Bubba looks around and you see like machines, like motors hanging from the ceiling on chains and like car shells and like
It's like
tools and a blowtorch and like huge benches with parts all over them. He looks around and he says, no, I don't have a workshop.
Well, you, what the fuck, man? I can see all this shit around me. I'm gonna look. Just I need you to calm down. I need you not to shoot anyone with that fucking missile launcher.
Fuse, best troll NA.
Look, Fuse, I'm with you. The makers are with you. All right. We just gotta
roll a seducer.
God damn it! I've been doing terrible with the seduces. It's -1, right? I can just hit up. Seduce is
Bubba,
-1.
-1.
Oh god.
Is that a highlighted
Fuck!
screen? 6. Man, you have been rolling ones all day.
No, it's not highlighted for Bubba either. It's
and
his
Bubba doesn't
sharp
even
and
get-
his weird. I don't think you've rolled
I don't.
on a
All I've
highlighted
rolled today is
stat.
hot. Everything I've done is
It's
hot.
awful. Yeah, you know, he sort of looks at you. He says, "No, I don't have a workspace."
Well, who does? I've got one up north, but Emberley's going on and on about how it's not safe. Blah blah blah. Is there one in town that I can use? Fuse?
Bubba, would you like to read a person?
Yeah, I would.
All right. Roll plus your sharp.
Okay. 9.
Okay, so you get to ask one of those questions.
I ask, is there a workshop somewhere in town?
Oh, not that question. He's obviously standing in the middle of a workshop. Like there is one right here. Probably the
Yeah, you
question
need to
you want to
convince
ask
him that you want to use.
is either what does your character wish I do, or how could I get your character to let me use his workshop?
Yeah, how can I get your character to let me use a workshop? That's what I'll ask.
Yeah, you know, he's sitting there talking with you. He says, "No, I don't have a workshop." Okay, maybe I do. Maybe I have a workshop. Maybe it's not near here. No, it is. It's near here. It's right here.
Fuse, I think the machines have tinkered. I think you tinkered with your brain too much, Fuse. You kind of lost it.
He looks around and he says, "Bubba, I need a blue panel."
Well, we've got some blue panels upstairs. Not upstairs. I'm pulling a fuse right now. Look, they're over in the cars where I got Evan this. I built him this fucking truck. He was real excited, like a fucking kid on Christmas. But I built him this bus, and it's got a blue panel in it. That's how it works.
I need it. I need a blue panel. I need a blue panel, Evan. If you can get me, no, Bubba. I need a blue panel, Bubba. If you can get me that blue panel, I'll let you use my workshop. Once.
Oh.
Once.
Okay, you stay down here. Keep this a secret. If you tell anyone what's really going on, really who I am, then it's over. It's
Oh,
The wrath of Lord Junior shall be upon you.
I would never talk about the makers.
okay. I'll be back with the fucking blue panel, and then he just starts going like blue panel. All right, I'll be back. I'll be right back. We'll see you in a sec. And I like start walking up the ladder.
And Fuse turns back to his workstation. You hear him mutter over his shoulder, "Goodbye, Chester."
Goodbye, Chester.
So, Emberly, what are you doing upstairs while all this is going on? You've got Tum Tum up there, like with you,
Yeah, it's just a little awkward. We're just awkwardly staring at each other.
sort of standing there like this.
Yeah. Waiting.
Oh. How about them nomads?
Oh my god.
Okay, so the hatch opens and
that's too
Bubba
good.
comes crawling up. And let's find out what's up with Evan. So
Yeah, I'm
Evan, like you hear, so it's kind of like late morning, the day after Chak came and visited you, and you hear a banging on the door again.
Oh, all right. Well, I get up.
It's Eli. He looks
Eli.
in. He says, "Evan, we got to have a talk. I'm going to bring you out, and we're going to have a talk with you and Fleece, right? So you just sit tight. I'll be back in like 20 minutes or so. We're going to sort this shit out, okay?
All right.
He stalks off.
At the moment I see him stalk off, I take the bottle
Yeah.
and I crash it on the ground.
Oh, shit.
And I take a little piece of my jacket and I like tear or some cloth that I've got,
Yeah.
and I wrap and basically make a makeshift shank and just kind of
Awesome.
tuck it away.
That shank is 1 harm, hand fragile, by the way.
Okay.
Nice crafting skill.
You hear another bang on the door. What do you do?
Eli?
Yeah.
That was my response.
Oh.
Eli?
A voice calls out and he says, No, it's not Eli, my son.
I look out and see who it is.
It's a guy with long blonde hair with like a braided bead, like thing
Beads.
across his forehead. And he's got like an earring with like a feather in it. He says, My son, it is I, Shazza.
Shazza, that's right. Shazza, I was expecting you.
He looks in, he says, My son. Lord Junior has looked at you and he sees that you are not first and therefore that you are last. And he wishes, Evan, for you to be first.
Shazza, Eli's coming back in about 20 minutes. So your man came by and talked to me last night about the plan. I need to have you tell me what you need me to do.
My son, all we need is your devotion and your baptism in the fires of Lord Junior. If you are willing to agree, then we will pay you handsomely. We will pay you 1 barter every month when you protect my person and spread the good word of juniorism everywhere we go.
Shazza, this is great. I don't think you're understanding my question. How are you going to achieve a coup in paradise?
A coup?
Do you plan to take over this town?
A coup? It is not a coup, good Evan. It is a righteous upbringing of glory, and the fires, the invisible fires of Lord Junior will run through the town, and they shall purge the unbelievers. And then we shall be clean and whole and pure, and we will not need to worry about the infected anymore, Evan, for it is only the purifying fire of Lord Junior that can cleanse the infection.
You're absolutely right, Shazza. That's exactly what I needed to hear. Okay, you need to know that you have my support, but you can't let anyone know that I'm acting on Lord Junior's behalf.
Excellent. And he picks up a pouch that's at his belt, and he passes it through the bars. And inside you hear like the clanking of a couple of valuable things. And he says, Here's for your first month, Evan. We knew we could trust you. And he starts walking away. And he turns around over his shoulder and he turns back and he walks back to the door and he says, Oh, and Evan, one more thing. Bubba is not first. And he turns around and he walks back away. And so you open the bag eventually, I'm sure.
Yeah.
In the bag is, let's see, it is a handgun. It's a .38 revolver, which is close, reload, loud. And it is high powered, so it deals +1 harm. And it is scoped, so it also gains far.
Okay.
So that's 3 harm, close, far, reload, loud.
Okay.
And then there's a couple of oddments in there that are worth 1 barter of course.
So like 2?
Like what?
How many oddments? Oh, the oddments total are worth 1 barter.
Yeah,
Got it.
there's a collection of valuables.
Sure.
That are worth 1 barter. There's like a can of beans, maybe like a scrap from a girly mag, half of a VHS tape. I don't know. Someone thought they could barter with half of a tape.
I want to actually stash the gun in my back belt. Behind my jacket.
Cool. And so Eli comes back. He bangs on the door. He says, "All right, Evan, you come with me now." And he opens the door. And he's got a couple of big bruisers with him. And they move in and just grab you, not roughly, but firmly by the arms and start leading you out. So Emberly and Bubba, you finally made it back together up out of the cellar Fuse's dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys doing now? Emberly, you would know that it's probably about time for Eli's or Evan's trial.
What?
Yeah.
A fucking trial? What the fuck? No.
I'm like, hey Chester, we got a trial to be at. So we got to get going. Are you good?
I turned to Emberly and I say, "Well, we gotta look. I gotta do an errand real quick. Fuse and look, I gotta do an errand for Fuse real quick. I will be there before the trial ends, without a doubt. I just gotta go do this errand real quick. Mr. Tum Tum, I'll be right back. So please don't lock that door or go down that thing. I need to be in and out pretty quick, but it won't take long."
I look at you like, you need my help, or?
No. I gotta run over to the bus and get an item, and then I'll be right back, and it'll be good. It won't take too long.
All right.
You get over there and deal with Evan. What did you do, Maggie? I think you muted.
I said I head out.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool.
I'll wait around.
So you head over to the town square where these things usually go down. And there's like a couple of like stocks that they've set up that Fuse molded a couple months back out of some car parts, and they've got Evan. It's like he's got like one hand and his neck in some stocks, and then his other hand is just down at his side. And on the other side of him, there's Evan, and then Eli in the middle, and then Fleece on the other side.
Why do I have my hand on, by the way?
So it's like a little, like there's a brace around your neck, and it's joined with a bar to a brace that your hand is in.
Right.
So it's like your hand is sort of up like this, and you've got a brace around your neck.
And then you said it's attached to the post?
With
what?
It's attached a metal chain.
Okay.
Yeah. And so Eli is standing up there, and he's saying, "All right, so what the hell happened yesterday? Evan, let's hear your side of the story. Let's have it out."
Eli, what happened here yesterday was a misunderstanding, and I think we're going to see that as both stories come to light. Let's take this one step back. And last night there was an illegal gambling game, might I add, that took place with Fleece and Look, and of course one of my good compadres, Bubble, was also a part of this, and I'm sure several others as well. And money and possessions changed hands, and I was going out to try to help Bubba with these things. When I came out to the square, I found these individuals burning Bubba's possessions, and when I approached to simply talk to the individual, in fact, I was going to show him a magic trick, he immediately pulled out a pistol, in which case, as I'm sure you can understand, I disarmed the silly jackass who pulled a pistol on Evan Masters, and that's when I was promptly jumped by 12 of his hooligans. That's when, of course, eventually some other things happened. I don't know. I was getting the shit kicked out of me unprovoked, so that's pretty much where my story ends.
Yeah, that sounds like a good story. Okay, Fleece, how about your side of things? And Fleece says, well, first of all, they were not Bubba's goods that I was burning. They were mine because I won them from him in a legitimate game of poker, which I will remind the audience, and like there's a whole bunch of people around. And when you mentioned like an illegal game of poker, a couple of people gasped. And Fleece says, "Oh, I will remind the audience is not illegal. In fact, there's no ordinance against gambling whatsoever. And so, as a skilled gambler, I managed to win. And Bubba, that stupid, ignorant hick, he came out of nowhere and he lost everything that he had. So you see, I was burning my things. And so then all of a sudden, up walks this guy." Guns swinging between his legs like huge balls. He just thinks he's amazing. You see the way he looks at those weapons. And, he comes up, he pulls out a gun, he points it right at my pocket, and he says, "If you don't give me those cards, I'm going to gut you like a fish." And that fucker, and Eli says, "Enough, Jesus. I can't believe this bullshit. Oh, my God." Okay, does anybody else know what happened? And he turns out to the crowd. And there's a hand that goes up out in the back. And he says, "Yes, you in the back. Who? Step forwards." And the guy steps forwards, and it is Shazza. And he steps forwards into the middle of this crowd of onlookers. And he raises his hands and he says, "Friends, Paradisians, countrymen, lend me your buds, because I need to get a little something." All right, sorry, I was there. I was watching from on high. For lo, I opened my mind, and the psychic maelstrom spoke to me in the whispering words of Lord Junior. And I looked, and I saw Fleece. And he was the aggressor. He was the one holding the weapon, while in Evan's hands were only a single pack of cards. Was there nobody else there who can corroborate what I have to say? And Dremmer raises his hand from over in the crowd, and he says, "Yeah, Eli, I feel really bad about that, because I was there too. You remember I took care of Bubba after he was hurt. I helped take him over to Kettles, and I was there in the beginning, and I saw Evan. Evan didn't have a gun, because it was Fleece who had the gun." And then you hear a couple of people out in the crowd shouting, "Yeah, praise Junior, yeah." And Eli sort of holds up his hands. He says, "All right, Jesus. Shazza, you're a piece of work, son. Fleece, you got any extra words for this?" And Emberly, you're in the crowd, right?
Yeah.
Bubba, where are you, Bubba?
I'm watching this from the pretty far away. I'm running as fast as I can, one arm just kind of like a chicken leg or a chicken wing, just fucking flapping around, trying to get to this bus to get this blue plate or whatever.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. You make it to the battle bus.
Okay.
And inside is the blue plate.
Yeah.
Just where you had put it in the first place.
Yeah. I carefully detach it from whatever it's attached to, and
okay.
Can conceal it in my robes, and kind of walk, put my hood back up and do the best to make my arms look like I'm a monk, just kind of walking through the town really quick, scurrying along back to Fuse's place to wherever the hatch is at.
Emberly, you see a couple people at the edge of the crowd sort of shuffling around in rags, and Eli steps over towards Evan, and he pulls out a key. And you notice a strange glint off of Eli's front pocket. What do you do?
I don't know. I guess I'm going to roll a read a sitch, because you're making me think. So,
let's see that roll.
All right. Oh, terrible. I'm following in Lord Junior's steps.
All right, Emberly, you look around the crowd, and you see a couple of people in rags sort of shuffling over towards the platform. And then you hear a shot ring out across the crowd, and the entire crowd gasps and like ducks. And Eli turns around, and like a gout of blood just like spouts out of his chest, and he sort of coughs, and then he falls off the platform that Evan and Fleece are both up on. What do you do?
I'm pulling out my shotgun, and I'm going to try to figure out who's shooting.
And someone just like leaps on your back from behind you, and you see all these people in rags just like throw off their rags, and like all of them have like semi-automatic weapons, and like one of them is like slicked back black hair with a ponytail, and he's like pointing, and he's wearing like no shit like full Kevlar body armor. Like, where the fuck did he get that? And all of a sudden, like from the other side of town, like over where Bubba, you see like this crowd of people go like hurtling past, and all of them are like foaming at the mouths, and they've all got like guns and knives and shit, and everybody is just like clashing into the middle of this town. So,
Holy
Emberly, what are you doing?
I'm going to go Indomitable first.
I think you're muted, Emberly.
No,
Oh, maybe my
No.
sound is turned down. Yeah, it was
Sound is
that.
turned down.
Like, I shouldn't be muted.
Cool. Let's hear what's going on.
So I rolled a 10.
On your what?
Indomitable.
Okay.
So I'm going to kill, hopefully, or whatever I can. Frickin' slick hair man, frickin' Look.
Oh,
I want to kill
shit.
him.
Okay, so you're
and I get-
naming Look as the person to kill, disable, or disarm.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Now, you don't have to spend all your hold right now. You can keep 2 hold. Just mark down that you have 2 hold. And then you can spend it at any point in the battle in order to be able to do whatever you want.
but there's a dude holding me back, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna. It says name a character within your reach. You redirect their attack to another character. So I want to
Yeah.
like the guy that's holding me. I want to like move him in a position where like his friend will attack him, and
Okay.
then I want to fucking shotgun Look.
Okay. Well, there's like a big crowd between you and Look, but you manage to like you do some jujitsu or whatever. You flip this guy over, land him on the ground right in front of someone who's like running in, slavering mouth, crazy eyes, and he just like falls on this guy and tears out his throat with his teeth. And it's just like a bloodbath erupts all around you. You look through the crowd, and Look is over there. And you can see Eli down at the base of the platform, staggering back up to his feet. He's not dead. You said you wanted to take a shot over at Look?
Look. Yeah.
All right. So Look is like, he's got like this big ass, like, it looks like it's like a crank powered like grenade launcher, basically. And he starts like leveling it in the direction of the crowd and turning the crank. You pull out your shotgun, aim down the sights, and fire both barrels. And you deal him 3 harm, which is reduced by 2 for his armor. So he takes 1 harm, and his grenade launcher, which was really pretty makeshift, just like disintegrates in his hands, which is basically where you hit him. And you hear him shout, "Ah, fuck! Get that girl!" And then he turns around and like strides away.
Okay.
And
Next,
yeah.
I'm gonna try to like help Eli, and freaking my thing is to try to get to the Lambos and freaking get to that grenade launcher.
Okay. So, Evan, what are you doing? You're in these stocks. The key is actually in the lock of your stock.
I'm wondering why I keep fucking helping all these people when no one gives a fucking shit about me. Did Eli unlock the stock?
It's
Well,
not
I'm over
unlocked.
there
but
by you, so you could say something to me too.
it's
I'm
not
like,
unlocked,
"Yo!"
but the key is in the lock, so you can unlock it yourself.
I'm gonna unlock it. Yeah.
All right. You're acting under fire,
Okay.
so roll that.
Okay. 3, 9.
9. Not too bad. Okay. Yeah. Let me think. You can get out of it if you're willing to let Fleece die. Or you can, like, you see a couple people taking aim over the crowd, and you see that they're aiming your way. You can throw yourself to the ground and unlock yourself, or you can throw yourself and Fleece to the ground.
Well, in either way, Fleece dies.
No, if you throw him to the ground, you're still locked in. He's still locked in, but you're both alive.
No, I want to unlock. I give 0 shits about Fleece.
All right,
Oh,
you
snap.
turn the key. The stalks snap open, release your neck and your hand, and like these guys with their semi-autos just like blast across the crowd. You see like arms and chests and heads exploding, and Fleece takes one right in the eye, man, and he's just dead. He just slumps against the post, hung there by the chain. He's completely gone.
When he goes down, I just
Yeah.
murmur under my breath, "Should have watched my magic trick, bitch."
I think that's a great enough one-liner for us to take a 3-minute break.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Works for me. One more hour to go. Final hour. Might be the final hour of Apocalypse World. We'll have to see what happens coming up. Stay tuned, guys. 3-minute break. When we come back, we'll go into what possibly could be the final hour of Apocalypse World. See you guys then. Thanks for watching.